it's your girl Demigod of Nails. Thank y'all for stopping back in. So today, as you can see, my sunflower hand is all done already. Did that off camera. Had no idea what I was doing. I just let the creative process flow. And this is what I came up with. So on the other hand, now needs to be done. And I saved this for you guys to sort of give an in-depth view on what I do and how I do it. So as y'all saw in the previous video, I had added a base coat and I'm taking this base coat off. Nail Envy, I love and recommend it. Links will be in the below. And what I'm doing is right now is my favorite word, etching the nail, filing the nail, just really prepping it for the Apres extension, which is a soft gel extension that has like a hard gel sort of finish, if you will. So I'm etching those surfaces. I'm actually going a lot lighter than what it seems. And I'm just going through each nail, making sure the whole surface of the nail is etched. And it really doesn't take that much pressure at all. I'm also rounding off the natural nail because my eventual result, I would like to have a long almond under extensions I like to wear. So this is the process. This is the dehydrating process, and that is the hydrator that I'm using by Gelish that I love. I will have the link down below. And I place that on all hands. Now I will do a primer. That primer really holds the gel into those etches we created with the file. All nails are polished, and that's going to be placed in the machine for 5 seconds exactly. It doesn't really need more. It doesn't hurt if you do more, but it just wastes your time. 5 seconds and done. I'm setting up my little machine. I got it from Beatles. So cute, so fun, so handy, especially when doing it on yourself. Important step. Etching the inside of the tip. It will increase the lifespan of your gel. Make sure this step is not missed. I see it in videos all the time that people do it, that don't do it, and their nails will fly off the next day. So this is, if you don't have a drill at home, you can use this sort of hand file. Normally it's used for cuticles, but I like to use it for etching tips that are smaller or when my drill decides to stop working because, as I've told you before, me and her have issues. So right now I'm just placing the Extend gel on the nail, just a coat, not curing, taking some off the side there. And then I'm going to get my tip. And I'm going to polish just a bit. So the amount I'm going to polish is about the length of my full natural nail, and you place it on both so you can reduce the probability of getting air bubbles. Air bubbles are no good pockets where it's just air. There's no gel, and sometimes when your natural nail is exposed, bacteria, water damage can happen in those little pockets. So to avoid that, we want it crisp and closed and sealed up. So we're going under the light for sealing. Now it's going to be under there for 30 seconds per nail. And I repeat the process. Each nail gets the same treatment, a coat, similar to the viscosity and amount you would put on a base. Act as if this is a base coat. For regular gel polish, I like to start to machine because it doesn't work sometimes. So I'm polishing inside the tip as well as the surface of the nail so that when you sandwich the two together, it creates this seal of gel that is then cured, adhering it to your natural nail, giving you an extension, just like that. Yeah. So last finger, always the most difficult one, and I kept this in to show you guys if you need to lift the nail and replace it, feel free to do so. This is your manicure. Take your time. This is your hands that have to look good. So invest in it and be patient with yourself. Yeah. So I'm making sure that's solid. Looking at, and what I like to do at the end of it is do a full 30-second cure. That one was a little crooked, so that's me fixing it. I'm also widening the tip. I like to do it off and on the nail so that the square shape really does show through. So I'm just evening, I almost created a word, evening out the shape, squaring it off, making sure those corners are sharp. with me, sometimes a square look, I like the corners to be a little sharp. Not quite the daggers I'm used to with almond or stiletto, but hey, still got weapons. Filing up. So now I'm going to buff the surface. This is also very important and key to having your gel polish stay on the nail, the extended nail, for longer periods of time. My favorite word in the whole wide world, you will hear me say it a million times: etch your surfaces. Etch your surfaces. I'm using my nails as a little etch your surfaces. Surface is nice and etched. I'm going around with my drill just to get some detail work done around the cuticles, which it could be lifting gel, it can be gel that bubbled under while it was curing. And so see, exactly, that's what happened. So now I'm clipping that off. You see it flying that way, which is why my table is a mess, with my cuticle nipper, pushing back my cuticle with my other finger, with my thumb finger. Now I'm going in on all nails, just going around to making sure that it's seamless. It looks like it's coming out of the nail and is as natural as possible. I don't like my extensions so thick, and this is a really good in-between that looks like your nails are done and extended without looking like it's extended. Weird explanation, I know, but it gets that natural feel that so many clients come in and ask for. So this is what I'm going for. And we're polishing. Boom. So I'm using a Beatles polish. I think it was like a summer neon set or something. I'll link it down below. And I'm just playing. I'm doing like the opposite of what I did on the other hand. And this is a rather basic nail art set for me. I do some more extravagant things sometimes, but I want to show off something that could be fancy, unique, and really fit and show your flair without being too much. So I chose to do like 2 nails that are actually art and cheat a little bit by polishing with a thermal color. The thermal color is that in between, you see that half white, half light blue sort of thing going on. I'm painting it right now on a thumb, and right now it's blue, but watch when we put it in a machine and it gets that heat, it's already starting to change. You see that white popping up. I love thermal colors. It's just a good cheat way to have a design, quote unquote, without having a design, quote unquote. So there it is. There's it white. We're going to do a second coat through these nails, making sure those edges are crisp. Second coat. Sorry, Mary J. Blige came on and I was jamming while waiting my 30 seconds to cure. Oh, the thermal color is by Le Chat. I will also link that down below. I'm polishing up. This is my top coat. I like to put top coat on the nails I am completely done with. I am clumsy, as I mentioned before. I tend to knock over, put some lint or a hair on a light color. Worst nightmare. That's my attempt at saving the nails before anything even happens. So I seal those bad boys in with a top coat. Now let's work on the ombre. I'm doing a vertical ombre today, and this is the technique. Whatever colors you're doing, you're going to stripe it vertically, meaning from the top of the nail down to the cuticle in small or large stripes. I am doing 2-color ombre, so this will be a large stripe for each. I like to do the light color first. And if it gets on your corners, it's okay. It's not drying. It's not going to cure without that machine. So get in there and take that right off. Perfect. So now we're going to take the sponge, once I get this last corner, and tap, 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 tap our way to an ombre. Not curing, not drying. Simple tool you can get off of Amazon. I'll also link that down below. And what we're going to do is tap. Now, you're not going to get this on the first layer. If you do, please let me know how you do it. But for me, I'm patient with myself and patient with my artistry, and I give myself multiple layers to really work on it. Tap, 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 tap. I'm also moving my sponge because it can pick up the darker color. I've noticed more. So I'll move to a cleaner area of a sponge just to give the colors time to, mend and come together nicely. Like it's really jagged now, but as you can see on the other hand, we will have a beautiful result. So I'm tapping, 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 tapping until I'm satisfied that the full nail is covered, that we're getting a whisper of an idea of an ombre. Doing the same on the other finger. If I make a mess, that's fine. It's my machine to make a mess on. Second coat. So we've cured, and now we're doing this again. Placing it over top. Tap, 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 tap. Now you're seeing it start to come together. There it is. Again, be patient with yourself. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort. Do this as many times as you can. And clean as you go. Luckily, I have these talons, so these square talons, so it's good to get those corners that are, bleeding with polish. This is my little trick you've seen me no doubt do before in other videos. While one finger or a couple of fingers are in the machine, I'm working the next one, especially if it's a couple of fingers away. Just to save time, doing your own nails really is a long process because with a client, you're sitting and waiting. You're not sitting and waiting. Rather, you're sitting there while one hand is in the machine, you're working on the other. On yourself, that other hand is occupied, honey. So you have to take your time and find ways to sort of cheat and wiggle your way in and here. So this is my way. See, look at it. Already a vertical ombre coming. And I'm curing in between each layer. Yes, trust the process. This is the third layer. So I'm working it, going in. Look, tap, tap, tap. And that pinky was satisfactory to me. And my thing fell off. Of course, naturally, keep it going, It's okay to trip as long as you keep walking. Tap, 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 tap. I switch to a cleaner side of the sponge. And I'm tapping and tapping and tapping to really get that ombre effect vertically. And if I need to go back in there, by golly, I'm going to go back in there. A little more of that. The lighter color is usually overtaken by the darker color so easily. And I want it more of a half and half, vibe. If you don't, that's you. But I tend to do this part last. I place it on both and I'm dap, dap, dapping. Yeah, and so now I'm deciding. And remember, there is one step in this ombre afterwards. So I am satisfied with the outcome so far, and I'm going to buff. The buff, besides etching, I know what you're thinking. Although it does etch, which is nice for the top coat and adheration, this is key for helping blend and mend those colors more seamlessly. So it sort of adds that randomization effect of taking off whatever layer of polish on either side, either color, to get that true randomized ombre effect. And top coat brings it together. I know it looks ashy. That pointer looks crazy. Watch, see how I coated the pinky with top coat and it looks together? Look, comes together. Don't worry about that polish on the side. We're going to get that bad boy off. And what I'm doing now is just filing a little bit of gel that spilled off into the side wall and oil it up. I am done. So much fun. I love this manicure. I didn't think I was going to do a blue look, but I was like, let's stay with the cool colors. Get this ash away. Oil on the other side too, might as well. And boom, we have sunflower and snake hands both done. So excited about that. I've been showing them off. Clients have been loving them, been inspired by them. It's so much fun. I'm having a great time with these. As you can tell, I'm looking at them. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. Thermal color. So I wanted you guys to see what it looked like in room temperature, which is now. We're going to go into hot water. I believe this is hot. Yeah, we're doing hot first. Yeah, now it's blue and white. Look at that. Oh my God, so much fun. And being a nail tech and seeing so many pretty colors all day long, I change my nails often. But with a thermal color, I feel like I have two manicures in one, so I don't change them nearly as often, which is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Comment down below which color you like. You'll see the cold one coming out right now. So pretty. That sort of teal action, that sky blue teal. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't choose which is my favorite. Comment down below which one you guys like. And thank you for coming back to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, please, guys. Thank you so much for coming back. I love doing these videos. I love doing my nails. I love colors. I love fun. I love all of the things. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Still jamming to my music. Bye-bye.
I would come, but I'm going to be at the Detroit toenail decorating competition, okay?